Yeah, hi all. Good morning. I hope you are doing well. Yesterday we didn't have a session. No problem. If possible, I will cover on Saturday. So yesterday we just entered into the Bootstrap. We understand what is the importance of Bootstrap because without help, without taking help of CSS frameworks, also we can do it, but it's really painful. So the frameworks are giving lots of flexibility, whereas easiness so that we can build any kind of responsive web applications or websites easily. So yesterday we have covered only few things in the Bootstrap, and today we are going to learn some interesting thing. Okay, I hope you have done at least some practice to understand it. So I will do from the scratch so that if anyone missed yesterday's session, they can understand easily. Okay, just go to the Bootstrap. Okay, and even suppose if you see just create a HTML file. This here, two things are important. One thing, we need to take the um, Bootstrap path. Okay, go to the Bootstrap documentation. Okay, they are providing the CDN links here. Okay, CDN means content delivery network. That is the cloud. Somewhere they will provide. They will place these files and anyone can access easily without permission. It's like an open source, anyone can access and anyone can utilize it. Simply, they are providing one CSS file. In that, they're adding all the classes for us. So, this is the one. So, if you just see, they have done one link here, copy that, or I think they will provide the bottom. So, this one. So, just copy. Okay, I think link everything is good. This is already structured, right? So I think you can copy this, which is related to the CSS. That is bootstrap min.css. That is a minified version. Just place that one in the head. In the head. After this meta tag, just place it. Okay. So now we have that bootstrap a min.css file reference. Fine, and they're providing some JavaScript file also to do some interesting thing. Right now we didn't learn JavaScript, that's why you don't need to worry about that, but place that file also in our file. Okay, copy. The placement of this file is just before the closing top tag of the body. Okay, so few people will do it here and start doing the design here. No, it should always be, if you are adding any reference to the JavaScript files, you should always place those things just before the body tag. I will tell you once we learn JavaScript, I will tell you why we need to place those things here. Of course, even if you place here also, it doesn't show any error immediately, but that this is the best practice. And there are some advantages if you place here. Then you can start your design here. So I'm just putting h1 tag like welcome to Bootstrap. So just open that file. That's already open. It's new file. Okay, these are even for headings also they have applied some default styles in the background. So even if you don't apply any styles, it is slightly different than normal h1 tag. But these are very very good things. Don't worry about that. So yesterday we understand one more thing. Few classes are there. Suppose if I have a paragraph, I'm just adding like do practice daily. Okay, this is the most important thing. So I'm just putting here. Okay, this is the normal paragraph. And suppose Bootstrap is providing lots of classes like h1 tag, right? We discussed yesterday. Class is equal to h1. Then what will happen? It will apply the styles equal to h1 tag. So now both are same. And yesterday we covered one more thing, that um, class display. I think I forgot what we discussed. I think display one. Let's see. It will give the big title. Okay, because they have given lots of classes, because normally even few people are not need a more font and bigger text than normal heading. So for those people, like in newspapers, some situations in web applications also, we will use these things. So if you see display one means it's like h1 means this is the highest one in the header. Like here, this is the highest one in the display. So even you can do. I think it will be available from h1 to h6. So if you give a display iPhone 3, it will take the next level. So these things we have already covered. Now today we are going to learn super important thing and interesting thing. So if you see in normal CSS, if you want to apply some styles, if you want to apply some styles, you need to write. Suppose I'm just trying to add a style tag here. Style. What you need to write? Background color. Okay, background color. You can write green. Okay, let's. I'm saving this file. Because even though we have a bootstrap, I'm just trying to apply some styles. It will be applicable. Okay. End of the day, whatever they have provided in the bootstrap file also, end of the day it's a CSS. Okay. Simple CSS classes. So here, if you see, this is the biggest thing, like background, icon, color. You should remember the spelling. Sometimes it will be a problem with spellings, and you need to take extra time to write down, or maybe even VS Code is providing the intelligence. Sometimes it's difficult. But if you see in the Bootstrap, they are provided shorthand syntaxes. These are very interesting and helpful. So if you see, just go to the documentation, and if you just scroll down in the left side, you will get the section called utilities. Okay, utilities. So APIs, like how they have implemented, that's a different thing. Leave that for now and just click on the background. So if you see, they are providing utility classes, and they have uh, categorize few things like primary, secondary, success. They have taken around 6 to 7 colors, and of course, if you want to add, because if you want to use different colors than this, yes, that's absolutely we can do it. But these are regularly used colors. That's why they have provided like background, primary, secondary, success. So you see, here he's not writing like background color means like full spelling, BACK ground hyphen primary, like that. He just provided a simple classes. It's really easy to remember also. So now if you see, I'm adding the class as background primary. So just instead of adding this big thing, what you need to do, just remove that. Here, give some space, because you are adding another class, because the class you can mention n number of classes here, so that it will apply these styles, it will apply the following styles also. What I am writing here? Background hyphen primary. So if you say primary means, it will give the primary color. But you should have an idea what is the primary color in the bootstrap, what is the secondary color in the bootstrap, what is the success. Suppose if some alert message is there, the form has submitted successfully. At the time, if you want to display some text, obviously everyone in the world use the green color. That's why they have provided like some danger, some errors. We should use normally we will use the red color, warnings yellow color, like that. You can choose it. So if you just refresh, so primary color. And if you want to go for secondary and success, so if you see, if so I'm saying, if you learn HTML, CSS and CSS framework properly and plus JavaScript, you will be successful. Definitely you will be survive anywhere in the world. I'm saying you should be master in that. Okay, so background color, like that you can use it. So here they are providing utility classes. Okay, simple background, primary, secondary, success, danger, warning, like that. Okay, even if you want background white also there. And some other interesting thing is like background transparent. That means here I'm not able to say anything. Like it will be nothing, like transparent color. This is one done. And here the gradient you can try, because gradient means it will give some kind of shadow kind of thing. So you can try whenever you're doing. So these are all simple classes only. Okay, this is interesting. So if you see, this is opacity. That means even you applied background color green only, but in green color also we will have a lot of shades, right? Something is the thick green, lighter green, like opacity. We can call it as that. One is opacity. So if you see, we can add a few more headings like that. Welcome to Bootstrap. We can add two, three, four, five. Okay, we have the five things. Five headings are there right now. We have applied green color. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to check the opacity, so that what is that exact class name for that. Okay, background opacity. I just it will class, because it's not taking too much thing. We just dealing with the hyphens, so you should just remember those things. So here what I'm doing, this is normal, how much it is their default, we can go with that. This is 75% opacity. This is the 50%, so it will take care of. Another one is maybe 25, and here we can go for 10. Okay, at least it should be visible. Super. So if you see this one, wow, nice, right? So just because it's the huge one, a lot of things are there. Slowly, because slowly you should understand the fundamentals, and you should understand like these things. So definitely you can design the world class websites. So fantastic. This is opacity. And of course, okay, there is a section called SAS. Whenever you're reading the documentation, please leave that section, because SAS is another technology. It is going to be very helpful for us, but right now it's not that much easy to understand right away. So just leave those sections, whatever they have mentioned. Okay, anyway, in coming sessions, definitely we are going to discuss about all these things. Okay, here okay, like background color, something is there. So now we can go for borders. Same thing. So border, normally what we'll have, like we will discuss separate class, border, background, the 1 pixel, solid. A lot of things are there, right? So here they are providing something, classes which are very helpful. So if you see, there's a border. If you see border hyphen primary, okay, maybe you will think that Raghu, why they are taking BO or D, instead of that we can go for B only, but actually B they have utilized for other thing, hopefully. So that's why they have mentioned like this. Okay, but this is also very helpful. So here I'm not going to do much things, just I'm copying this thing. You can understand, hopefully. So there's a small span means unless it's a small text, it doesn't occupy the whole line in the document, HTML document. It is a inline element. Okay, the h1 tag is a block level element. It will occupy the whole line. This is inline element. So that let's see how it is displayed in our document. Okay, actually, oh, it's too short. The text is too short. So here I can write welcome at least. So border you should give. We are trying to we need a border, and that border should be a primary or secondary or danger. A lot of things. So primary means it will apply some blue color. Secondary means some other thing. Yeah, success means it's a green. Warning means yellow, like that. Let's see. Even now, hopefully, it will show some content. So if you see, awesome. We have a border, but if you apply some padding, it's really most beautiful, right? So, but you should observe that border, primary color, secondary color, and success, danger, warning, like that. Okay, you just keep on giving the same structure here. So here for these things only, if you want to apply some beautiful padding, because right now we don't have any padding between the text content and the border, right? So let's see. For padding, they have definitely provided some interesting thing. Okay, otherwise, so I will tell you. So if you want to apply some padding, simple P hyphen one. Let's see that is applying or not. Padding means P, just P. Okay, just refresh. So if you see, you got some padding. Even if you didn't observe, I'm just giving P2 means it will give it's a double padding. Okay. P1 means it will take some unit, like I'm not sure whether it's taking 3 pixel or something. We can cross check in the documentation. So, but P1 means it will give some sort of padding, and if you go with P, okay, if you see, you got double padding. So we can test that one here. Can go padding one. I think it will be there up from P1 to P5, if I'm not wrong. Check the documentation. Padding. So it's easy, right? Instead of writing PADDING, like this is much more easiest. Okay. So yeah, I'm writing padding 2, padding 3, padding 4, padding 5. Again, I'm just doing padding 4. I'm not sure. I think it's there up to padding 5. Let's just check the documentation. So if you see P1 to P5, and again I came back to P1. So it will definitely show you things. So if you see, this is the padding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And another thing is, if you see, this is overlapped with the previous content. Welcome to Bootstrap. Our border is just overlapped. This is because we don't have a space between those two elements, this H1 element and these the span elements. What we need to do, we need to apply some board like margin. If you apply margin, that is taken care, definitely it will provide some space after this border. So what we need to margin. Let's see margin hyphen one, margin hyphen two. Let's see that is working or not. It's working hopefully. So we can give margin 5 there. So it will give a margin in the four directions. Let's see whether it will break the UI or something. I'm just giving margin 5 to all the span elements. Let's see how it will display. So if you see, we got the margin. Look, still it's just overlapping. Maybe we should give a margin for this also. That H1 tag margin 5. So he will also take care of that margin. Okay, so we got space. Oh, still there. Right now, I will give some break for that. We are, but still, definitely, I'm saying CSS is always tough. So we should have a clear idea about all the box model and flex box and grid and utilities and these classes, so that yes, we can definitely design properly. So right now, make it simple. I'm just putting some break here so that it got break. I think if you are able, if my screen is blocking here, so just consider this much. Because in future I will just disable that my video. I think hopefully it's not required. Okay, fine. Welcome, and if you see, and the next, so the sixth and seventh, the welcome spans just came to the next line. It is just breaking. So we should deal with the grids and flexbox so that it will take care of. So we understand how to apply padding margin. So, but here, if you see, if I give a margin hyphen 5, it is applying margin on top, right, bottom, and left also. So, but I don't need in the right and all these sections. I need only margin top. That's why what you need to do, you just give empty. Empty means margin top. Then what will happen? It will apply margin only top side. Okay. Then all the spans will just sandwiched now. So if you see, we just applied margin 5 only top side. Suppose if you apply margin left, so here, but here they're not using the terminology like left and right. They are using start and end. Okay, horizontally, that's they're doing margin start and margin end, and vertically margin top and margin bottom. So if you see here, suppose if you want to apply some margin again left side, so what you need to do, margin start. If I'm not wrong, you can cross it. So I'm just putting margin start by 5 to the second element so that we will get some space between the first element and second element. So you see, we go it. So this is normally top, this is top, right side, and bottom and left. But Bootstrap, they're considering the horizontal one, x-axis one. They're considering like this is margin start or anything, padding or something start, and right side is the margin end or padding end, and top and bottom is common. Like this is top and this is bottom. Hope that is super interesting thing you should remember. Okay, we understand how to apply border and margin and padding with these utilities, because utilities are providing the shorthand syntax very because it's nothing, they are created classes only, but they have created classes in a much more beautiful way, a simpler way. So those are very easy to remember and utilize in our applications. And let's see, we can jump into any other one which is interesting. So colors. Okay, so far we understand the background colors, but even if you want to text color, there is also same thing like text primary secondary success or something. Okay, because it will change the text color. So if I want to give a text color as red, what I need to do, just go to any heading and just add that one also. So here, this is background is success, that is green, and text color is danger, then it will be text should be a red color. So just refresh our screen, you will feel that. No, it's not working. What's the problem? Okay, dot. Okay, because whenever we are applying in the inline, we don't need to go for dot. So just refresh. Just this is a red color. In that way, I hope you understand how to use text colors also. Is anything interesting? Okay, of course, yeah, they're providing text also in a transparent way. If you see, this is the 100% opacity, 75%, 25. I think it's simple to practice and display. Okay, let's see, like sometimes display non-inline block grid, something flex, display flex, right? Whenever we are dealing with the flex box, what we will do? Display flex. And if you want to change the behavior of an element, like from block level element to the inline element, so if you see what I will do, this is a span, right? These spans are inline elements, so we need to change the behavior of that. They should occupy the whole line. Okay, we should change the behavior. So these are, and h1 tags are by default, those are block level elements. So I want to change the behavior of these two in the opposite direction. So in that way, for that we can use this display class. Okay, display none. None is different. I will tell you inline and block level element. So if you see this one, I'm converting all spans into block level element. So this welcome will occupy whole line in the document. Okay. So what is the class? D inline class name. Okay. Means D mean display inline. Okay, fantastic. Or block level elements mean D block. So we are converting the spans to block level elements. So simple. You can add this one also. I'm saying this should be this display block, means it should go for a block level element. So if you see, if I apply block level element, the first three items will occupy the whole width of the screen. So you see this welcome, because we have applied some margin kind of thing, that's why it is just behaving differently. So first three are like block level elements now. So even if you want, you can convert all these things into block level and the headings into inline. So it will give at least one row space between all these spans. So then it looks beautiful. Now you see, all these spans become block level elements. So if you're not able to, I hope you are able to observe, right? This blue, like this color. Otherwise, just apply some background color so that it will it's much more beautiful. But now here, this welcome to Bootstrap. These are the headings. I want to convert this into like inline elements. So what you need to do is simple. Here, just display inline. So then what will happen? How much text is there? It will occupy that much and it will go to the next line. So for here, I'm just reducing the space so that you will understand. Reducing the text content. So that once it is occupied for the bootstrap, and the next text will come in the next side by side only the same. I'm just putting the bootstrap. Now these all headings will come in the same row. Fantastic. So what we did? So we converted block level elements into the inline elements and inline elements into the block level elements. If it is required in any situation, otherwise no need. So in the same way, display flex means it will go for a flex box. Again, we have a separate section for the flex. Okay, the next section only flex, so that you can learn that. So now we need to understand how to use the flex box, because we know already flex box means display flex and flex grow, flex direction. These are the very important flex properties, right? Here also same, you can do it. So if you want all these spans, we have applied some, we can do one thing, we can give the same margin top to all these things so that we can utilize this only in the flex box. Because if you have a more margin on something, it's not, these are not displaying properly, right? It's just overlapping on each other. So Once you just put um, display flex, automatically it will adjust. So I'm just removing these things. So if you want to deal with flex, we know, right, we need a parent container. Then inside of that you can add any children. So I'm just putting a div here. Okay, this one. Let's see first of all how these are displaying. Okay, and we need to change the behavior because these are not block level elements anymore. These are simple spans. Or how you have done a practice while learning flexbox with all the divs, some numbering, that is also fine. You can practice anyway. Of course, even if you put a block level element, but once you apply flexbox, automatically it will go for a flexbox. So I'm just giving the numbering so that we can play with the flex direction also. So these are the shorthand because you don't need to write the, because they are providing the classes or, and then those class names are very close to the actual purpose, like padding one, padding two, margin top. It's easy to understand and easy to use those things. So we have nine spans. Let's see how these are displaying. Now, yeah, we have nine spans, and I'm not sure why this is breaking margin top. We have removed margin top. We just applied only margin top. I'm just trying to give a margin to all the places. Just wait with me for a couple of I think 10 seconds. I will just put all margin to and apply margin to all the places. Just try, because if something is breaking, you should apply some other style to make it proper. Why it is just attaching into the whole. Okay, fine. Let's see. Just to do normally, if you want, what you can do if you want to write display as a flex. This is a normal one in a CSS. So they are providing some utility class for now. Just display flex automatically. It will consider all these elements, and still it is applying padding, but automatically it got some margin to all the elements. So if you see alignment is, everything is proper. So we should adapt these flexbox properties and the power of the flexbox. Then like you will, it will be very easy to design things. So welcome one, welcome two. So we have applied some margin topping, but I'm not sure why. What we need to do, we need to put a vertical alignment of the text content center, uh, justify content so that it will properly. So we don't have a border for this, but just imagine, definitely it has some space between that. So now instead of these things, instead of like display flex, okay, if you want to go with the bootstrap styles, bootstrap class, okay, just remove this one, just apply some class. I think I didn't remember, just read out the documentation. Where is that flex? So I think deflex. Simple. Okay, he has given shorthand syntax. So normally there is a you just remember border means sometimes it is giving the full name. For display it has given short. But yeah, up to they have tried their best. So display flex is also working here. And you see flex direction, I'm not sure, like flex, what is that property? If you want to change the direction, yeah, this is the direction. Simple. If it is a row and row reverse, what I'm doing, by default it's a row, right? So I'll make it row reverse. So just remove this dot. So now what will happen, what we are trying here, flex direction row, like row reverse, flex direction row reverse. This is the shortest syntax. So now observe carefully. Right now, welcome 1 to welcome 9. If you just do it now, it will be welcome 9 to welcome in a reverse order. So even you can do flex wrap and all those things. So here I'm not going to teach everything to you. So just go on and try to play with these things. Even if you want to practice here, simply go to the documentation, just click on this edit on stack blitz, click on it. It will open a terminal, it will open in another tab, and it will show you the live demo kind of thing. So you can do a changes here immediately, and you can play with it. Suppose the padding 2 is there. So if you want to apply padding 5 for all, so if you see, automatically it is changing. So you can learn very fast. Okay, understand the concept here and just apply on your project. Okay, let's take the confirmation from students. Students, are able to understand here, or any difficulty to understand today's explanation? If you understand, just ping me yes. If you have any question,
Yes.
ping me no, and we can discuss anyway in next 20 minutes. Okay, awesome. So today, before closing this, I'm going to explain a few more interesting things in next 2 minutes. We are going to enter into another section in a bootstrap, that is quick components. Just go to that one. This is really interesting thing. So they have provided lots of, okay. Of course, just please go through these things. Sizing means font size. They will give a shorthand syntaxes for all these things. So please go on and try to learn those things. Okay. So next section is components. Now if you see, so components already they have provided in a beautiful way. So this is simple one. Observe carefully. This one. So this kind of that is called accordion. Okay, they are providing some beautiful classes, and you should observe carefully. In this situation, they will provide multiple classes to achieve this. Okay, so this is accordion. The class should be accordion, and how many items are there? Three items, right? Right. Every item has some separate section, and we should mention class name for that each item, and if it has a heading, should provide that class name like that. So simply, what I'm doing, I'm copy, and let's see whether it's really working directly or we need to do some changes. Save it and open in your document. So if you see, this is beautiful, right? This kind of thing. So you can utilize anywhere. So if you want, just customize these things with your names. Audience item 1, item 2, I have mentioned, right? You can say that. So we are going to learn about three frameworks. One is Bootstrap, another one is Material UI. Okay, of course, in the whole process, definitely we are going to learn these three things. Next week, we are going to learn Tailwind CSS also. These three are very popular frameworks. So that just, where is our document? Yeah, this is our document. This is fresh. This is the bootstrap. Just add some content. Material UI, add some content. Tailwind says add some content. Even if you want to apply some background color, okay, you know, right? How to apply? Suppose the whole thing you want to add it. So just add background like warning. So it will apply hopefully yellow color. No, Yeah, it's just applying for the body. Why it's not applying for this? Maybe okay, I my placement is wrong. Yeah, just go back. This is right. I'm just applying yellow background color for the whole accordion. I think it's not taking. Okay, because for accordion there is it is not making sense, right? So just apply the background color for this content, then that is a meaningful, right? So even though it is available. So where is that content? This is the content. This is the div, right? So this is warning, and another content is there here. So make it SUCC. Yes, means it will go for green color, and here I will put like information kind of thing, just for understanding purpose only. You can play with your own knowledge. So this is green. This is something. So even you can display like Virat Kohli. So some description about Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma description. Something which makes sense. Okay. So this is just an introduction. We have many things like alerts. So even you can do practice. So if you want to give alerts, if you want to give the badges, okay, already predefined classes are there, and even like I will tell you my interesting thing for you for practice purpose. Where is that? Oh, I forgot the name. Yeah, carousel. Like everyone like the slideshow, right? Slideshow. Simple. So you don't need to break your head. Just copy this one. Okay. Just place inside of your content. This is I'm just okay. Slideshow in Amazon. Normally we are doing on top right after heading. We are just so just add some images, right? Look, we don't have images, but just give a image. Add three images here and just give a proper path. Job is done. So even for you, I will collect some image from my desktop if images are available. You can do that. I think in Amazon, while we are doing practice, we have some images, right? Copy this and paste here and copy another image, paste here. Okay, right now I'm going to utilize these two images. Just put dot forward slash Amazon PNG. Of course, maybe if it is breaking, just do some research and just implement properly. And third one also again, I'm just putting Amazon logo. So you can prepare beautiful images and make it beautiful. Of course, it's taking whole width, and we should definitely we have this maybe this hiding. One minute, I will show this example here itself. Maybe because we need to apply some width and height and those things properly. I don't know it will be possible. So here is simply going slideshow. Okay. Why it's not giving arrow marks? It should give arrow marks like slideshow. Maybe something wrong. Otherwise, we copied something wrong. We should copy, yeah, proper one. This have a control because in that first section that he didn't add the slideshow controls. Just open this. We utilize this script for you, and you will get slideshow that okay, third slide, fourth slide, fantastic. So quickly. before closing session. We can also copy that one. Where is our Bootstrap? So we can update with our images. So I'm just removing this because this is the basic structure and he applied a few more styles. So here dot Amazon logo. We have two things, that's why I'm trying to repeat those things only. First, so just refresh your document. Ah, beautiful. But this is height is too high, so it's not looking good. But yeah, we know, right? We know CSS. Adjust the heights and widths and whatever you want. You can control things and you can make it much more beautiful way. And maybe they're providing some other options also. Indicators: first slide, second slide, third slide. Okay, it's better to go to the bottom and copy that one. Even you can add some captions also. Fantastic. Okay, some crossfade. I'm not sure what is this crossfade. Oh, it's giving some different effect. Time interval, because if you provide the interval, automatically it will slide in that interval. Okay, lots of things are there. So yeah, but at least practice utilities and practice this accordion. Remaining things we can discuss tomorrow in the tomorrow section. That's all for today. I think I have taken 10 minutes extra because we lost one session on Monday, so that I can cover things, yeah, right. Okay, thank you and see you tomorrow. Yeah, don't forget to practice. I will keep on say this thing because that is important. Without practice,